The beach. Perfect place for spring break. Unless you're here in Canada, in which case this mother.
Rebel, rebel, you're the toil and the trouble, gonna make yourself a mess. Rebel, rebel, gonna make love to the devil in that paper mache dress. Rebel, rebel, never ever gonna settle, you want yourself a dream. Rebel, rebel, you're a thorn and you're a nettle when you make that face at me.
As we pick up the story, we're given the origins of the mysterious shape-shifting Sonichu. To best introduce this new Sonichu, we have to go back to the fateful rainbow that originated from episode 1. In addition to the 5 eggs that hatched into the chaotic combo, numerous other eggs of various Sonnies and Rosies emerged as well. And with that, Chris covers his ass for unlimited additional uninspired characters. This one was projected into space and landed on the Earth's moon. So now I introduce Sylvana Sonichu. Sylvana's egg hatches on the moon, and instead of instantly suffocating to death, she's detected by the psychic powers of Count Graduan. "Ah, new life," he says, standing next to the flag of Scandawegia. "For me to corrupt? Little one among many, I am Count Graduan, illustrious wizard, revered by all, more powerful than most. I have taken heart on you being born all alone on the Earth's moon. I am here to take you in my wing and rear you properly under my careful and wise judgment. I am well practiced of a young lady, much like yourself. Now she is a warrior princess, my beautiful Sylvia. I miss her every day since being ensphered in my wand of a prison cell." Don't you mean prison cell of a wand? Whatever. "I only wanted to bring peace and order, but oh no, God, not this shit again. A Cherokean chief sealed me in." "Sylvana," the Rosie says, clearly not understanding a single f***ing word Graduan just said. Graduan just rolls with it, as if that was actually some kind of intelligent response, so he doesn't have to admit that he just spilled his whole life story to a newborn Pokemon thinking it could understand him. "And with that, which was your first word, I dub thee Sylvana Sonichu." Does he realize that Pokemon are only capable of saying their name? I bet when he played the games he was like, "I name you Charmander." And then at the end of the game he was the dumbass with a Charizard named Charmander. "But my care for you and your training has a small price. To better you, I am going to grant you the power to transform like a Ditto. My price is that you will have to relinquish your ability to give birth, and you will be upgraded to have both parts." Okay. So there is now a literal Futanari character in Sonichu. You might be wondering why. I am too. I've got a lot of questions about this, here they are, but the biggest one is why. Supposedly, according to Chris, Sylvana was inspired by the trolling, and is thought to represent the fake women who claimed to be his girlfriends. Without maternal guidance and low social interactions, Sylvana had never learned to truly love. Yet she, or he, learned to flirt without emotions. How? And why? Who was she flirting with on the moon? Metal Sonichu? Page 59 contains what might be the most aesthetically pleasing art Chris has ever drawn, which is to say that he reproduces appealing designs somewhat effectively. The Mantine is cute, the Corsola is cute, the Squirtle is cute. If your first grader drew this, you'd be like, good work, and you'd probably put it on the fridge. Chris was my age when he drew this. Blatchu walks out of the... Wait, oh my gosh, is that why there's a pharmacy on the beach? Blatchu walks out of the pharmacy with a silly little grin on his face, holding a box of Jimmy brand condoms. I don't know why, but just thinking about this panel always cracks me up. It's just the right mix of lighthearted and hideously inappropriate, while also mixing the fantastical and the mundane. It's just beautiful. It should be in a museum. Sylvana Sonichu, disguised as Bubbles, walks up to Blatchu. He doesn't question for a second that she's completely shirked her responsibility to find the Sonichu ball, so that either tells us something about Bubbles, or that Blatchu is a horny f***ing bastard. Blatchu is a horny f***ing bastard. Awesome, I've just picked up our insurance policy, Blatchu says, the second weirdest name for condoms thus far this issue. Oh, forget those, says Sylvana. You're not raining on my parade. I don't get it. Shouldn't she be saying, you are raining on my parade? And then they get to the pier, and they just start f***ing. They just start f***ing right on the beach. Apologies to anyone watching the uncensored version of this video, because an uncensored version of this image does not seem to exist. Also, apologies was in massive sarcasm quotes there. Oh, moans Blatchu. Yeah, moans Bubbles. More, she continues. Yes, replies Blatchu. There is then a splash. It symbolizes Bubbles' orgasm. Or it's not symbolic at all, and Bubbles is a gusher that would make Tiana Lynn jealous. Did I just say that out loud? Aw, Bubbles, you got there before I did. I'm still feeling buzzed, yet I'm feeling kinda... Blatchu says before passing out from Sylvana's incapacitating sex venom. I didn't make that up. So yeah, Sylvana's superpower is that she can make a man pass out before he comes, which is totally useless, yet still hugely dickish. The real Bubbles calls up Blatchu on his cell. Wait, where was he keeping that? Does he have pockets? If so, why did he throw out the Jimmy? Oh my god, I get it now. They're called Jimmy because they go on your Johnson. None of you got that reference. Sylvana transforms into Blatchu and sets off to meet Bubbles, who has anticlimactically found the final Sonichu ball off-screen. Angelica takes off to escort the Sonichu ball to the mayor's office, which Punchy takes note of. Hey Wild, isn't Angelica just the cutest? Smiley face, says Punchy. I guess so, says Wild, not really interested in having this conversation. You guess so, says Punchy. She is simply the sweetest, charming Rosachu in the world. I fell for her back on the day we all met, but I've been too shy to ask her out, or even talk to her. I just don't know what to do or say. I'm befuddled. Well, says Wild, I've heard the Quickville University is offering a dating education class. I'm going to sign up for it because I've been feeling lonely, and I need to learn the whats and hows of approaching and dating a gal. Remember when this comic was about crazy Sonic the Hedgehog adventures? Now everything is sex and condoms and dating and You know what it actually reminds me of? Fanfiction. Sonichu has become fanfiction of itself. We then see Jigglyami discover Blatchu's unconscious body in her star closet. I guess Sylvana played way too much Hitman up on the moon. As Bubbles arrives at the pier, Magichan warns her telepathically about Sylvana, and... Wait, hold it. F***ing what? How does he know? As far as I can tell from reading these comics, Magichan is literally omniscient when the plot demands it. So, great f***ing job not warning Blatchu, Magichan, you psychic sucker. Bubbles then receives a phone call from Jigglyami, a person she does not know. Blatchu wakes up just long enough to tell Bubbles that the Blatchu at the pier is in fact an imposter. Bubbles understandably freaks out, but manages to regain her composure. Sylvana is so impossibly bad at reading body language that she does not pick up on this. For some reason, Bubbles decides to test fake Blake by asking him to do a thunderbolt called lightning attack, even though she already knows that he's an imposter. Sylvana then ups the ante on her stupidity by thinking that a psychic needles attack will be a convincing fake. It doesn't fool Bubbles for a second, but we do find out that she's definitely got masochistic tendencies. Realizing the jig is up, Sylvana reverts to her true form. As for who I am, I will say that I was sent by a friend of your mayor, and that this is not totally a girl talk. Sylvana just can't go 5 minutes without bringing up her dick. It's like, you don't always need to be telling everybody. Nobody really cares. Like, I don't start every episode with, I'm DStecks and I'm not picky. Sylvana, I guess, implies that she f***ed Blatchu, which she did, and Bubbles gets so mad that she calls her a bee. How can you even think that word, when unlike you, Bubbles, I'm not a woman— Oh, she was going to call her a— Thank the Lord that Chris refrained from using daytime TV acceptable profanity in this comic that features a hardcore sex scene. Bubbles, instead of trying to fight the new villain, or do anything to stop her in any way, asks Magichan to teleport her to Blatchu, and he just does it. Man, f*** this whole Jesus thing. I'm gonna start praying to Magichan. Motherfucker gives results. Blakey boo, she says. Are you okay? What did she do to you? She thinks to herself. Can I even refer it as a she? If it was not a woman, then what was it? What a world we live in with such trolls in it. I don't even know what to add to that. Blatchu got fucking raped, and the gender of the rapist is what Bubbles is hung up on. On that lovely note, we cut to Jigglyami's concert. Thank you, citizens of Quickville, Virginia. My debut song was inspired by my old Pikachu boyfriend, who suddenly disappeared from our home field. I have missed him a lot and yearned for his safe return. I present to you all War of Love. The song she sings, War of Love, is apparently a ripoff of a Hatsune Miku song with the lyrics minimally changed, more just rephrased or like an alternate translation, I guess. I am going to attempt to sing it for you now. Please bear with me. I can't hide this feeling anymore. Don't you notice the fever of love? That's what's happening in the actual song, not in the lyrics. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for the lyrics to start again. This is a bad idea. Get on with it. Dark clouds were hanging low. A busy city had lost its colors. Sunshine hiding away. Twilight fading out. Too many syllables left to sing. And shadows near me. Oh, no, the world is not how it used to be. I don't know if love has changed, but do I still want you? What could I do? What should I do? Baka Dana Watashi. It's the war of love. I can't give you up. I hate to see you smile to every girl except for me. I want you so bad, too heavy and too deep. Please focus on me. I will show you how much you love me. How much you love me? What? This really sounds like Massive Attack. I screamed out to you with a megaphone to find it broken. I try to reach up as high as I can, but your eyes are never on me. Now I look up to the sky. I find it has been cleared. But it was not for me. I can't stop these feelings. They're getting out of hand. Oh, what could I do? What should I do? I swear in this love, I'll never give you up. Daisuke, it's the war of love. I can't give you up. I hate to see you smile to every girl except for me. I want you so bad, too heavy and too deep. Please focus on me. I will show you how much you love me. There's more words and there's no more lyrics to sing. That the song's not over. Don't know what to do. This was a bad idea. This joke is not working. Oh shit, please just stop. No, cut the music. Just cut the fucking music. After the concert, Blanca found her boyfriend. Wait, what? And left for their home state of Kentucky. Okay, so apparently Kentucky is another state of mind and dimension. Things are different in the South, but I don't know if I'd go that far. Currently, in the time void, or rather within my heart and head, a consequential, conflicting decision had to be made. At this time in my life, I had met and unknowingly to myself flirted with 3 women on the internet. I could choose only one, but with the help of God and Jesus, 2 paths were taken away. Well, you know what they say, when God closes a door, Jesus pretends to be your girlfriend on the internet. So in the last episode, I talked about Chris featuring multiple girlfriends in the comic, somehow. This is one part of Christory I'm not super knowledgeable about, but I guess he was somehow involved with 3 pretend women at the same time, because Chris trolling was a cluster. Cowgirl from the last episode was actually Sarah Jackson, an incredibly minor fake girlfriend who Chris believes was T-boned by Optimus Prime. Yes, Chris decided to actually depict what he believed to be a real vehicular fatality of someone he considered a possible future wife. You might think that insensitivity on that scale would be the high point of this page, but it somehow gets better. Also, I'd like to take this moment to remember Sonichu fan, Mr. Ryan Cash, who committed suicide when I impulsively said that I would stop the comic series in protest against the trolls of the ED page. Ryan, I'm sorry. Crying smiley face. Chris genuinely thought that someone killed themselves because there might not be any more Sonichu. And then, it gets better. So one died, what happened to the other? One turned out to be in alliance with the trolls. The 2 is backwards to reflect a movie, Troll 2, as well as Troll, available as a 2-sided DVD featuring both movies. Yes, Chris did just unironically recommend Troll f***ing 2, as in this movie.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me! Oh my God!
But one was true, honest, compassionate, understanding, fun, a true Sonichu girl, and a sweet singer from the flip side of the world. My true sweetheart, who I have promised my first time to, and will remain loyal to forever, Sarah Cassandra Mackenzie. I love you, Sarah, from Christian W. Chandler. Comic book finished January 1st, 2009. Next book I get out of the time void. The comic ends with a disclaimer. It's the same as the last one, so I'll just read the changed part. Hey loyal readers, Sonichu and I, we wish to take a moment to inform you, although our little fun moment was removed from episode 17 by popular demand, we still want to remind you to practice safe sex. Yes, you know a sex scene is good when internet nerds demand its removal. And with that, issue 8 draws to a close. Next time on Bad Reviews After Dark, dating education. Somehow, it's even stupider than you think it is. Next week on Bad Reviews After Dark.
Hey there, excited for next week's Bad Review? Patreon backers can catch it already at www.patreon.com/DStecks. And it's not too late to sign up and take an early look at the next week's episode. All it costs is $1 per video that I release. So you only pay if I make content. It's a safe bet either way. So if you want to check that out, head on over to www.patreon.com/DStecks and sign up. You can log in through Facebook, so it's safe and secure, and pretty inexpensive entertainment, I'd think. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next week, or if you want to sign up at Patreon, I'll check you out over there in just a second.